Hello everybody, this is Johnny S with another video. Today we're gonna do something strange instead of our usual R6 vlog. So there's no specific topic at hand. What I'm gonna try to do is talk about the bike and the driving. So this is something that I wanted to do for quite some time now. But you know, never got the chance to. There were some other topics that I had in mind that I wanted to get off my chest, let's say. So we're gonna go from a little bit of a better road today and trying to warm up the tires, and I will try to, you know, talk about the bike, the feel, you know, more focused about the feeling of driving an R6. I'm not gonna push it, you know, in general. I don't push it in a sense that I don't go out and think now I'm going to do a wheelie, or now I'm going to do this, or now I'm going to do that. It depends on the weather, on the temperature, on the feeling that my tires give me. If I feel confident enough, I might do it. If not, I will not do it. Just try to go with my instinct. And that's another, you know, thing that I've heard a lot of drivers, they say, you know, if I'm going to get a bike, I'm going to go crazy and I'm going to kill myself and I'm going to do, yeah, okay, I understand, and you're going to go in that process, but it really depends on you, you know what I mean, how you crazy you're gonna take it. Give me a second to go through the tolls. There's toll things here. So yeah, I mean, obviously it's dangerous. Obviously you're going to go in the process of trying to do something because you're going to get obsessed, you have the feeling and everything, but at least if you, in your mind, if you have the fact that you're you're continuously trying to get the feedback from your bike, you're trying to feel what's going on the tires, on the acceleration, on the gas. Maybe it's a windy day and you feel the wind kind of push you a little bit, then it's not a good idea to try things, you know what I mean? So, you know, all these things play a role. All these things, you know, are different factors which either will increase or decrease your comfortability on the bike on specific situations and circumstances. And based on that moment, based on that feeling, is how you can, you know, best manage, let's say, your reaction, what you try to do, what you're attempting to do, and everything. And this is usually what I try to do as well, you know, I mean, I don't go crazy, or I don't say, you know, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. You know, I go off the feeling. Now, for example, I've got a feeling of the tires are slipping. So once we pay the toll, I'm going to give it a little bit, not a lot, and just see what happens. So it's going to be like a test. If I see that it grips and it, you know, the feedback from the bike is something comfortable, then I will probably open it more. So that's why, you know, many people in the videos that have commented, I see you changed gear. It was a perfect opportunity to accelerate, and you changed gear on 14,000 or 13,000 on the first gear, and you didn't go all the way. On the second gear you did this. Yeah, it depends on the feeling. And since the modification with the sprockets, -1 +2 at the back, you know, the back has become a lot more nervous, a lot more aggressive. Therefore, it is a different feeling, you know what I mean? If you're feeling scared, or if you're feeling not sure or not certain or whatever, it's not a good idea to push yourself. Because let's say you wanted to today try to do a wheelie. Yeah, okay, you wanted to do a wheelie, maybe today's not the day for the wheelie. Therefore, you're not going to see me do specific things, you know, with the bike, and you know, try to do things for the views or for the content or for whatever. I drive as I drive, and you know, that's another reason why usually Every time I do a wheelie or something, no one is around to see me, and then I tell my wife and my friends, "I did a wheelie." Yeah, sure, whatever. I mean, okay, I'm kidding, but yeah, it's the way it is. I mean, it comes out, most of the times I don't record things when they happen, because I don't plan it out, you know what I mean? I don't plan to push it. Give me 1 second. For example, I felt the back tire kind of wiggle, and therefore I did not push it as much. I hope you can hear me. So the tires are not feeling perfect. You saw a little bit acceleration when it was light, but it was not full by no means. So around 70%, and I changed the gear quicker. There's a little bit of cars as well. So we're going 145, let's say. And I can go more, but I don't feel like, confident. It is a little bit windy. There is a little bit of cars. And things like that, so I also I changed the extension cable on the audio on the mic, on the helmet. So this is a test as well. The way that you move on this bike is a little bit with the body. So if you pay attention, so you throw your body in, you move your shoulders. conditions a little bit wet here. You're trying to look up ahead where you're going always. You move your butt on the seat all over the place. You're putting a specific amount of force on the foot pegs. The acceleration is very, very quick. So this is a longer road, but we'll see how long it takes us because we're going much, much quicker. I usually don't take this road every day because this road has, you know, tolls, so you can't pay every day. One of the difficult things on the body movement is to always figure out how much pressure to put on the steering wheel. So what I mean by that, let's say you're taking this turn. You gotta, like you're on the side, you cannot grip the tank with your legs, so you have to use your body and acceleration in order not to push too much on the steering wheel, left and right. The less pressure you have on the tires and on the steering wheel, the more the bike is going to do what it should do, and then you basically become responsive to that. You know what I mean? So you try to lean over but not put a lot of pressure on the tires. I don't know what the traffic is like, so I'm not going as fast, I'm not pushing as fast obviously, and okay, it's not bad. Yeah, usually this place here, when you go outside, there's a lot of cars piled up. There are cars piled up, okay, but it's a little bit more down. So, you know, by no means today was I pushing it. To tell you the truth, I was not feeling it because of the conditions, and you know, I mentioned on some video that I feels like the wheels is slipping, so I gotta look into that. I did not get a chance over the weekend. It was quite busy. We went to the Athens Motor Show, but then never got a chance to actually, you know, have a look at the tires, see what's going on. So it did not feel as stable, but not bad in the sense that I cannot take a turn. It's just the lean angle, like maybe 15% maximum. You know, okay, it might be more anyway. So you know, it did not give me the feeling of taking the turn more. And at the beginning when I was driving the bike, and that's another thing that especially young riders they do, they say, yeah, you've only leaned so far, and they look at the chicken strip on the tire and everything. Okay, yeah, at the beginning when I was young, I believed that as well. Young, when I was in my 30s, now I'm in my 40s. I believed that as well, and I thought, you know, how come I have not, you know, turned in the bike a lot, and the tire is untouched, and why is this? And I was looking at some of my other friends. Yeah, some people take risks, you know what I mean? There's so many different conditions on the road, and this is not MotoGP, you know what I mean? But some people, in order for them, and I'm not talking everybody, but some, especially some of my friends that they were show-offs, some people, they wanted to just show that they were quick, you know what I mean? Show that they were I'm going fast, and I'm the fastest guy, and so forth and so forth. which is, by no means, some. And another thing to mention about some people that might be thinking, should I get a bike, should I not get a bike, I might push it. If every morning when you begin your ride, or every night, or whenever you go, you clear your mind, you clear your head, you focus on your bike, you focus on enjoying it, you're doing it for yourself, you don't care of what somebody else might think, you don't care about how far I'm gonna tilt the bike, you don't care about nothing, and you're purely present at the moment, you're going to realize that there's a lot of feedback that the bike gives you before something goes silly. Okay, the bike will give you indications as long as you're prepared to have your ears out, let's say, for these indications. As long as you are prepared to, listen to what your bike is telling you. You will be able to do many things in order to save that. Whether that is like you're in the middle of a turn, let's say, and the back wheel spins, you're better off doing that than cutting down your gas, because the back wheel might vice versa get stuck and you can high end or something. So there's a lot of things, that you can do. Another important thing that I suggest to many people is, which is kind of a non-intuitive thing, I understand, is be committed to what you're doing. And you might think, but John, you just mentioned that you're going to go with the feeling. How can you be committed and both go responsive? It's the commitness is, I'm going to take this turn perfectly. I believe that I've got it. I have the right speed to do so. I have the right speed to do so. And from then on, give yourself a small margin that you can play around with, and there should be no problem, you know what I mean? There should be no problem. So don't be scared, you know what I mean? You can manage this. Have a clear thought, Anyway, I hope you like the video. It's difficult for, to talk, be focused, try to wait for the response of the bike and everything, and then simultaneously explain what you're doing as you're doing it, you know what I mean? I did it to my best of my ability. But obviously it's not easy. So we're at my work, guys. Thank you very, very much. I hope you enjoyed the ride. It was a little bit different than what as per usual. I hope everybody has a great day, and I will bid you goodbye.